Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who've never been to my channel before, my name is Crystal, and if this is your first time here, I need you to hit that subscribe button and follow me for all my videos so you can see everything I have going on. And for my regulars, my new beauties, today I'm filming the video that I promised you guys that I would do about menstrual cramps and that time of the month that we all hate and dread so much, including myself. And I decided to do this video because I kind of had a cycle recently that was like just out of this universe, like just terrible. And fortunately in the past, I never used to really suffer from a lot of symptoms from my menstrual. Except for the tenderness to the breast, which I used to get all the time. But as far as cramps and all of that stuff, I kind of got lucky with that. But I don't know, since I've been getting older, things have just been changing and doing its own kind of thing. So now I'm going through just all the stuff that I hear on a day-to-day basis. And it's really, really bad. So that kind of gave me like a light bulb moment to just kind of do a video and talk to you guys and give you guys some of the tips and stuff that I kind of do on a regular basis, and even some stuff that I kind of looked up and found really interesting. So of course some of this is from research. You know, I don't really know exactly how they work. You guys are welcome to try them. None of them is anything harmful or anything like that out of the way. But of course, what I can tell you guys is you guys can always see your OBGYN if you have any concerns or anything, or if you're not sure about something that you kind of heard and you want to double check to make sure, that will be the best bet for you. Always, you know, always go to your OBGYN and kind of double check on those things. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So for me, my main number one thing that I can recommend is a hot compress. That just kind of works wonders for me, and hopefully if any of you guys try it, or if you're using this already, you guys know what I'm talking about. It just makes such a big difference when you kind of have those cramps that are just like extraordinarily bad, like to the point where you can't get out of bed. The only comfortable position is kind of in fetal position. So I kind of use my compress. I'm going to show you guys what mine looks like. I actually looked up some, and I found that there was one which is like a hot pack bottle. Never really heard of it before, but maybe some of you guys have. You can find it on Amazon. I'm going to put the link in the description box for you guys, so you guys can click that link if you would like to kind of see what it looks like, how much it costs, all of that stuff. Mine, I kind of found it going to a particular party. It was a sex party, and they had all these stuff that you can order. And this is kind of, it's actually a massager, and that's what I use. It kind of has like little crystals in it. And this you kind of boil. Once you boil it, it solidifies. It becomes kind of like a soft material. And this is what I use every month. This is everything for me. Like, I have to use this when I get these lower abdominal cramps that get really, really bad and I can't get out of bed. I kind of just heat this up, wait for it to kind of, for the crystals to kind of solidify, and then I put it on my stomach. You do have to wait for it to cool, obviously, because the kind of material that's on the outside, it can get rather hot. Or you can kind of wrap it in like a washcloth or something else, and that kind of will not make the heat as impactful. And then you can kind of put that on your stomach. So yeah, you guys get you one of these. So I'll put the link in the description box so you guys can see exactly what I'm referring to. I kind of wrote a list down because, of course, I'm not going to remember all of this. Some of them I do know already, but whatever I don't know, I'm going to kind of, you know, go to my notepad to tell you guys. The second one I found that was really interesting is dark chocolate. And basically it was saying that if you it could be like a homemade treat you make, or you buy like a snack bar or anything that's made out of 70% cocoa, that it can actually help regain magnesium, because that's kind of one of the nutrients that we lose every month. So I thought that was pretty cool, and who doesn't want to eat chocolate? I actually, for one, doesn't really like chocolate. I know. The reaction you have right now, I know, I get it all the time. But apparently it had to be something hereditary. My mom doesn't like chocolate either. So that's not really for me, but I know a lot of you chocolate lovers out there who wouldn't want to have chocolate on their menstrual period. I'm just saying, it's not just for when you go through a breakup or Valentine's Day, okay? Number 3, which was even more interesting than number 2, was having multiple orgasms. I don't know how true this is, but we're definitely gonna find out. But this says that obviously during your menstrual, your uterus contracts during an orgasm, and afterwards the blood flow increases and your brain is hit with natural chemicals in your body that automatically relieve your pain. So yeah, that's a very interesting fact. I have a friend I know right now who's gonna watch this video and is gonna try it, so I will definitely find out. Again, if you guys have any comments or questions about any of this, like I said, all of it is not for me. Some of it is just kind of research I did just to find out what were the most common things that I found that kind of stuck out. So we're learning together, because some of this I'm just learning for the first time too. The third one, is that third or fourth? Yeah, this is fourth. Drink more water, of course. We all need hydration. Water is very important. We're losing a certain amount of blood every month, which of course can make us very dehydrated. So if you drink water, that in turn will make up for all the fluid that we're losing in our body already, and kind of make up for that. And stay away from sugary energy drinks. Those are no good. I mean, we all have our days where we're tired and, you know, we need that little pick-me-up. And that also includes caffeine. I found that also that caffeine is something that can aid in your menstrual pain. So it makes your PMS symptoms raise, as far as also your estrogen levels. It also makes your levels go up. So I would say stay away from the energy drinks, stay away from caffeine. Not all entirely, just for that time of the month, because that can probably help you out with some of the pains that you're going through. I'm not even going to number, I'm just going to keep going on the list. Next thing that I found is you can actually take a vitamin E supplement, because studies show that women who take vitamin E supplements twice a day during their period for 4 consecutive months, which is month back to back, that they reported lower pain intensity. So of course, anything that's gonna help with what we go through on a monthly basis, I'm sure any one of you guys will be willing to try it. Next on the list was tracking your cycle. I, for one, I'm kind of guilty of that. My menstrual is just on its own thing. It just comes whenever it wants, leaves whenever it wants, shows up early, shows up late. I know some of you guys go through the same thing. So I know there's all these apps out there, and I'm sure you guys could probably find one. I don't use apps, so there's not really one that I can recommend. But I know there's some apps out there that can help you track your cycle. I can remind you when your period is on its way, so that way you can be a little more conscious of what you're consuming, as far as what we spoke about before, the caffeine, the energy drinks, and that way you could be a little more prepped, you know, to handle the situation, and hopefully then your menstrual pains are not as bad. Next is lavender oil, which I find is very soothing. It helps you sleep, it kind of makes you calm, and overall it helps with just calming you down, making you feel more soothed, and that in turn is going to help with the discomfort, of course. Next, I found that if you use less salt in your diet, that actually can alleviate some menstrual pains. Salt makes your body retain more water, which of course causes more bloating. So if you're somebody who gets your menstrual cramps and you have all the symptoms of breast tenderness and you get bloating, you can actually try around that time of the month to use less salt, and hopefully that will kind of help in the aid of you getting through that rough time of the month. I, for one, I'm very, very stern with my salt. Like, I'm a salt fanatic. Like, if it's not potato chips, it's sunflower seeds. It's really bad. But just using less of that during that time of the month can, of course, help with our crazy time that we go through. And of course, last but not least, more sleep, because of course, who doesn't like more sleep? Sleep cycles can get messed up before and after your menstrual. So by you not getting enough sleep, of course, you end up being more cranky, and you're then less likely to make healthy choices, which goes back to some of the ones I mentioned to you guys before, like drinking a lot of water and not having too much salt, and of course not drinking as much coffee during that time of the month. And of course, as a result of you being cranky and making poor choices, then of course you're going to be more tired and you're going to be more susceptible to wanting that energy drink and that coffee, which in turn is just not really helping towards that pain. So just for those couple of days, whether it's 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, however long your cycle is, you want to just refrain from some of the things I mentioned and put in place some of the other things I mentioned to just kind of see if it's going to help your cycle and make things a little less cranky during that time of the month. Hopefully one, some, or all of these that I mentioned will help you guys during that time of the month. I know for one that anything that someone suggests to me, I will try. But of course, if none of these things help you with your menstrual, then of course your OBGYN is your best bet to go there and kind of get some more ideas on what you can do. Also, there are also some birth controls out there that can actually help you with your menstrual pain. So of course, when you talk to your OBGYN, you can find out what those are and the one that best suits you. So thank you so much for watching, guys. That's all I have for you guys today. Of course, if you're new, don't forget, subscribe to my channel. It's the little red button right there, so that way you can see everything I have going on for you guys. If this video was helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up. I am open to comments, questions, anything you guys want to put down below. And don't forget, I'm going to put the links in the description box for some of the items that I mentioned, which one in particular was the hot pack. I will put a link for you guys just in case you guys are wondering where you can get it, how much it costs, and just to kind of look up on it to see how you can use it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for my next video, which is every week. You guys can tune in to see what I have coming up next. I love you guys for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.